Welcome back to episode 19 of B3 MTB Podcast.
With your host, John Earle.
And Tally Hall. We talk about bikes, bruises, and beverages.
Just your average dudes riding our bikes and talking about it.
I like that ending. That was what we went with that. And talking about it. That's what we do.
And that's all we do. I mean, we're not getting any better. We're not doing anything different. We're just talking about it.
I mean, we're not getting better.
Don't be offended. You just got offended.
I mean, yeah. I think we're improving, but it's not like we're kids that last year we weren't doing something and now we're doing backflips.
No, like we said we were going to do. We're just middle-aged men, just improving at middle-aged men speeds. That's it.
Yeah. And again, like holding the status quo, I'm really okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Holding the status quo feels like improving at this age.
Don't be.
Like, right?
You know, I mean, you're just anything not degrading, you're improving.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny how an English major would dive into that, but I don't know what it sounds good to me. We're back at Adrenaline, obviously. I love this place. We talked about how like the hub being the best bike shop, but I look at this and I'm like, I don't know that another bike shop will ever have as much meaning.
Yeah, I mean the hub is great, but this place is just mellow. You know what I mean? Like we would never be able to set up at the hub and do a
No.
podcast. It's so insane.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's almost all tourists.
I think there's a strong local population there, but I would think the amount of shirts that they had, like
Out of stock.
four tours.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, but this place feels like family. I love it.
Yeah, and we're here on I don't even know what day it is, a Thursday.
It is a Thursday.
And there's like 4 people in here. The workers are just working on bikes. And we have the shop to ourselves.
Yeah. And they're genuinely excited to see you, and like they're all bike enthusiasts. So when you come in here and you talk about biking stuff, you're talking about what they care about too. So it's cool.
Yeah. Our drinks, dude. Our drinks. We did something by accident today.
Yeah. Yeah. We were like prepping, and we're like, all right, what beers are you going to talk about?
We have the same beer.
They're the same.
We have. All right. So we have what we both started off with was on tap is a Coral Head IPA. That's from TBBC, bro.
Tobacco Brew. Tampa. Tobacco. Well, there's
oh my god.
Tobacco. Which one is the Tobacco City? That's a brewing. Hold on. You do this. I'm going to do a little bit of.
That'd be TCBC.
Yeah, dude. I'm
TB.
Weird. I messed up.
TBBC. Don't. Well, that's what you get for encroaching on my beer intro.
I was just so excited about it, dude.
Tampa Bay Brewing Company. This is it's actually a 7%er, which is that's kind of standard for an IPA.
I would think so. Yeah, 7%.
I almost got that peachy keen again, and I was like 9%. Oh,
Okay, you
probably wait a little bit.
Yeah.
So this and after reading this description, I know why I like this beer so much. It's so delicious. Hitting heavy with notes of stone fruit, passion fruit, and papaya with a big citrus twist, bordering the territory of tropical and straight dank. The finishing is lingering mouth coating and sturdy enough to handle the hop load. I don't like that little middle portion there. Allowing you to enjoy unfolding layers of tropical fruit. An ultra crisp tropical balm and backed up by balanced bitterness and smooth mouthfeel. And that's the Coral Head IPA, and I'm just going to leave it there. We're not going to go any further, okay? Because don't want things to be said.
If you're watching on video, I totally held it together. So,
but it's delicious. Go find it. I don't know where to get it, but you can get it.
Tampa Bay
Brewing.
Brewing
You
Company.
can probably get it at Tampa Bay Brewing Company if I was a betting man.
So I was thinking of Cigar City Brewing. Cigar tobacco. Anyway, I'm not a smart man.
Almost time.
So for our second beer, again from the Tripping Animals Brewing Company. Last time we did not know where they were.
I don't remember this one. What else did we get from here?
The No Mames Dark Mexican Ale.
Yeah.
That was the same company.
I like
And
this can.
I actually, after we recorded it, I looked up what No Mames. It's like a saying of disbelief. So like, no way. I was like, I was kind of right on that. Like, oh, Will didn't get hurt. No mames.
No mames.
that made me giggle. So it's Tripping Animals Brewing Company, and as it sounds like, there are animals on the label. Last time was what was it? A Chihuahua.
Yes.
This one's a gator that's about to eat something. The Ever Haze, which is a New England hazy IPA. This hazy India Pale Ale is a true delight for hop lovers, bursting with bright and juicy flavors. It's brewed with a carefully selected blend of Amarillo, Citra, and Cashmere hops that create a stunning array of citrusy and tropical fruit notes. The beer pours a hazy golden color and is topped with a creamy white head. Working through it. As you take a sip, you'll experience a delightful interplay of flavors and aromas, from the zesty grapefruit and lemon of the Amarillo hops to the ripe passion fruit and mango of the Citra hops, and the subtle herbal undertones of the Cashmere hops. The mouthfeel is smooth and silky, with just the right of bitterness to balance out the sweetness of them all. I'm losing it, dude.
It's a long one. Keep going.
Overall, this hazy IPA is a refreshing and delicious brew that's perfect for any hophead or craft beer enthusiast looking for a flavorful and aromatic experience. We'll get to it. Don't know if it's
I digress.
Don't know if it's any good yet, but
I think I'm gonna pour this one into, because I want to see the color. I want to see the
that's
hazy
a good shout.
gold.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
The white head. That's what I want to see. I really want to get
no,
for you guys watching on YouTube. I really want to get the color for
the
you.
color. We're just gonna focus on that.
That's it.
That is,
Anyway, yeah, no, this can is awesome though. That gator, and you notice the eye on the gator is he's buzzed.
he's yawning. Or yawning.
Buzzed. He's drunk, dude. Just like the Chihuahua last time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cool can. I like this.
Yeah, they have good art. Like I really do think. I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover.
Drink fresh, drink now, recycle. Tell me what to do.
I mean, it's not like bad. It's not hard. But I do appreciate when they go all out on the artwork. Big fan.
Hey, artwork. I was just talking to Zach, not Nick, prior to you getting here, and I was talking about Bentonville.
Yeah.
I was like, I really want to go. We have a vacation planned coming up. We have nothing. It's not even planned. It's just we have vacation. We have nothing to do. I was trying to get Jen to go to Bentonville. He's like, oh, does she like art? He's like, I was like, no, I don't think so. He goes, oh, well, he could have sold her on that. I didn't know Bentonville. I guess I half-heartedly listened to the whole story, but Bentonville was broken up. It's majored in mountain biking and art because those are the two interests between the brothers.
From
I
Walmart.
could be wrong. From the founders of Walmart.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Yep.
That's so interesting that the founders of Walmart are so powerful that
and so rich.
Their kids like biking and art, and now Bentonville, Arkansas is biking and art.
Yeah. That would be really cool. Do you know they build 2 miles of trail a week?
Yeah, I heard.
I wonder
I didn't know it was a week. I thought it was less than a week, but that just seems absurd.
So if they have the same passion for art, it would be a pretty cool art place, I guess.
Yeah, he said it's known for art. Yeah, they have 2 miles of art a week too.
2 miles of art. That is, dude,
a lot of art.
I love art.
You're going, right?
Not to Bentonville. No. We're going up to Georgia, Tennessee for a couple spots, and then we will finish a family trip at Mulberry Gap this year. Unfortunately, it's the week. We're there the week that the crew kind of takes off, and so we won't have any of their home-cooked meals at the barn. So my kids will have to deal with hot dogs and marshmallows for a couple days.
You wanna take my Blackstone?
I might.
I have it's a 19-inch Blackstone. It's not like one of the real big ones. It's a portable one.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Oh,
There you go.
dude, this is the greatest show ever. Speaking of art, the Tripping Animals Brewing Company is from the Art District of Doral, Florida. Doral. So in Miami.
Is that in Miami, outskirts?
So
Miami
Doral,
confuses
I think
me.
it's its own. Yeah, I don't really know much. I know Doral is its own thing.
Is that Doral or Doral?
Doral.
Because if you took the D away and put an F, it'd be FL. It'd be floral.
So you're taking one letter away, adding two letters, and then
Yeah, I'm just adding a full. It'd be floral.
yeah.
I'm challenging you on that.
Yeah, no, I don't know what to say. Neither of us have been great with pronouncing anything on the show.
Just two idiots challenging each other.
Bikes, bruises, beverages, and mispronouncing names. So anyway,
As you can tell, we don't really have much to talk about.
no, we got things to talk about. We just got sidetracked.
We just haven't gotten
I'm
there yet.
just pumped about using your Blackstone. But one thing I didn't talk about, so last episode 18, was all about our trip. One of the biggest aspects of the trip for me was I tried a mullet configuration out, so 29-inch tire in the front, 27.5-inch in the back. Really excited. A lot of hype about it. Your bike is a mullet.
Uh-huh.
Erica's has made her bike a mullet. I was trying it out, and I hated it. There's just not enough ground clearance for my bike.
Yeah.
For, I guess, how long my cranks are, which are pretty average length cranks, 170s. But I was striking everything. On the first trail that we rode, which was next to a paved road, I was getting pedal strikes on essentially a beach cruiser could have taken this trail, and I was getting pedal strikes. So from the beginning, I knew I made a mistake. And the whole ride, there were times that I was having to adjust, not even pedaling, just like in that 50-50 spot where I had to adjust my pedals as I was going downhill at Ride Rock Creek, knowing that there was a stump coming and I had to give myself ground clearance. And I did get caught a couple times. Like my ankle got tore up because of being so close to the ground, not having that ground clearance.
Yeah. I don't think that was a fair representation of what a mullet is for you, though. Your bike's not made to be a mullet.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you can turn any bike into a mullet, right? But it's going to change the geometry of your bike. And also bikes that manufacture bike companies that manufacture mullets change their bikes to where they bring their bottom bracket up a little bit, I think. And your bottom bracket was significantly lower than mine.
It's always sat lower. And I really should have thought about it. It's my wife's fault. It's Erica's fault, really.
Oh,
and
no.
here's the thing: is if something's wrong, I complain about it like right away.
Immediately, yeah. I know.
I don't. I don't know if you've noticed, but if something's wrong, I'll let you know. You know, my wife just doesn't complain a lot, and she has a smaller bike with a mullet, so her bottom bracket is even lower. We have the same size cranks. She just didn't complain a lot.
She's just a better rider than you.
That must be it, because, dude, within a minute, I was like, I made a mistake. She's been crushing that thing, and was like, yeah, I could probably be shorter cranks. I'm really impressed, but at the same time, I'm a little bit embarrassed with how much I've been complaining. I rode it for 2 days, complained a lot, and she's been riding it for a couple months and complained zero.
So I've noticed with my bike, too, I've been pedal striking more than I have with my old bike, right?
Okay.
So I don't know if that's a common thing with mullets and something I just have to get used to. Maybe it's like kind of learning the new bike over again. But I think I'm gonna look at smaller, shorter cranks for myself as well.
Do you know how long your cranks are right now, off the top of your head?
No, I don't.
So I did. So because I complained, dude, I complained so much. So I started looking at shorter cranks, and really, I mean, Erica's bike is smaller. She gets the priority on this. But so I was looking at research on crank size, and the typical right now, a short crank for kind of the standard way of thinking and how things have been for the last 20, 30 years, 160 would be a short crank millimeter, and 180 would be a long crank. So I looked at some research, and they tested crank size from, I think it was like 130 to 220. So a huge range. And the difference of efficiency between, it was like the outside, the outliers, like the 130 or 130 and the 220 were not as efficient. Like clearly they did the test and those two were out. The most efficient was negligible. Like I think it was actually a pretty short crank. It was like 150. Or maybe it was in the standard, but they said you would not notice the difference in efficiency because even though you have more leverage with a longer crank, you also have to pedal further. So your foot has to move further, which is more effort.
More time.
And more time. If you have a shorter crank, it might be harder to move a little bit, but you only have to move a little bit to go the same distance. So the idea of longer cranks being more efficient is negated by that you have to travel more. And with the advent of e-bikes, not having to put as much force to go farther, people are going to short cranks, and I think analog riders like myself are realizing maybe I don't need a 170 crank, especially if I'm doing a lot of stand-up pedaling. I think it matters more if you're cross country, you're clipped in, and you have
and you enjoy more of a downhill ride. So, I mean, how often are you actually pedaling on a downhill ride?
not.
So it doesn't even come into play that much. I just looked mine up. Mine are actually 165.
So a 5 millimeter difference is, I don't know, a quarter of an inch maybe. Like it's not it's
much.
nothing. 5 Dev Hope, actually, we'll get into what I just got. They make 155 inch cranks. 5 Dev is a San Diego company that they make 145 millimeter cranks. They're just super popular right now with e-bikes and.
I'm gonna see what talking like okay so do you want to dive into your bike first or my bike? I mean, I don't have anything new with my bike, but I have new plans with my bike.
I'll dive into. We'll dive into my bike real quick. It shouldn't take too long. I'm just popping this.
So you put your 29er back on.
Hold on. So yeah, I immediately put my 29er back on
After the trip, when you came back.
like right away. Like I didn't want a 27.5 inch rear tire sitting in my garage.
Dude. That's a nice white head.
It's got good color, and it's a very average head.
It's very
it's what you would expect.
Very hazy though. I like that.
Yeah, I like that hazy. All right, so we talked about how terrible my brakes were. They were terrible before the trip, and we did a lot of fast downhill riding. Well, fast for us middle-aged guys just trying not to get worse.
Yeah.
And my brakes almost weren't working by the end, so I came in. I knew I needed new brakes. Took me a little while to figure out what I wanted versus what was available, and so I wanted the downhill racing brakes, the Tech 4 E4s. No, Tech 4. I don't know. I wanted the downhill ones from Hope. Tech 4. Yeah, Tech 4 E4. Anyway, I got one below that. So I got the Enduro one. And, yeah, I got a receipt. I'm not going to tell you how much I spent. My wife looks at it. But I got a braided line, which helps with the efficiency of actually braking. And I got bigger rotors. So kind of balancing what was available. I wanted red levers for the brakes, which is just a look thing. And, dude, so I found out what was available with what I wanted. So, and new rotors. So I upgraded the rotors. I got a bigger size to help with braking efficiency.
Are they 203s?
Yeah, they're 200s. I don't know if they're 203s or 200s. I don't know that there's a big difference.
Oh, it would be 3. 3 would be the difference.
3, yeah, but like I don't know if like people are really gonna get into it, bro. Tech 4 E. So yeah, Tech 4 E4s, and I did not get the Tech 4 V4. So I was initially looking for a Tech 4 V4. That's the downhill brake. The Tech 4 E4s more enduro. So it's still, dude, don't look at that receipt, please.
Oh, I know how much it costs.
Just keep it to yourself. And
2 Hondos.
so I turned it in, braided line. So I knew I have to get a new line. I also purchased on Facebook Marketplace the Axis electronic shifting system. So I needed that installed. I needed a new chain because they were going to have to replace the chain. Like things kind of kept adding up. Then they said, hey, your bike's on the stand. We noticed this. And they sent me a picture of the rim, my carbon rim. And one of the spokes had essentially ripped the carbon up because just over wear and tear when you like are going over bumps. When you go over a bump, like the rim kind of bends, and so it takes weight off of the spoke, and then once that part rolls over the bump, the tension comes back. So it's like this almost pushing and pulling the spokes do on the rim. So they said, yeah, after a while that happens. So I had to get a new rim. Or I had an old rim, so I turned that in. But a new wheel build, like it's kind of like an art, building a wheel with all the spokes and stuff. So I had to do that. I needed new lever mounts, and it added up.
I didn't know your rims were carbon.
Yeah.
So now you didn't.
Erica's old bike had a 29 carbon rim that we just had sitting in the garage.
Nice.
Dude, I got
spin, dude.
Yeah. And then when she got a 27, when she turned into a like mullet, that tire, which isn't new, it's not going to be no downhill racer would have picked that tire, but it had a ton of tread left. Yeah. And so I didn't have to buy a new tire. I didn't have to buy a new rim. Thank goodness. Because everything started adding up pretty quick. But dude, the amount of modulation I have, and then my ability when I really pull that thing down, that stopping power, I'm so excited to ride.
I mean, the feel of just new components.
Oh my gosh!
And your I like your like.
Dude, those levers felt good, right?
So good.
It's like,
and I didn't know you wanted those white, but obviously you didn't get white. You got they're like chrome or metallic silver. I mean, they're not shiny like chrome. You can't see yourself in them like chrome. They're, what do you call that?
Like I don't really like. I would guess I'd say with chrome.
Metallic chrome, yeah. It looks so good.
So with the Freedom machine being built, which is just my bike in different sticker colors mostly, I wanted red, white, and blue. It's hard to find white stuff. It's way easier to find that silver chrome look.
Yeah.
That's all over the place. So instead of red, white, blue, I might do red, chrome, blue, and you can just make the leap in your head that that's still America.
I like it. It looks good. Can we take a break and talk about this beer real quick? Do you like it?
Hold on. I drank it and I didn't even taste it. What do you think? While you're talking.
I just made I don't know if you saw the face I made at you, but it was not a very, it has a weird.
Dude, smell it. It smells weird.
Yeah. I almost wanted to make sure it's not. When was it canned?
Well, we're not going to tag them anymore in this. So it's...
No, it's canned 5/23. It was just canned. It is very... I don't even know how to describe this smell. What is that?
To be clear, I'm drinking the whole thing.
It has to have something to do with this cashmere, citra,
Yeah. So
amarillo. I don't know.
get the no mames.
It's different. It's not terrible.
No, are you gonna stop drinking it?
No, of course I'm going to drink it. I'm not a person. I'm not a person.
That doesn't finish. I mean, leave no wounded soldiers.
Yeah.
I did that with, I don't know, root beer and Dr. Pepper when I was a kid. So I'm not gonna disrespect the beer. It's just different than.
It's different. Anyway,
There are probably so many people that have been waiting for a beer that's just not what we like. That's just a little bit.
if you like hazy IPAs and you want something that doesn't taste very much like a normal hazy IPA,
It has more of like an herbal, floral feel to it. And I know that because I just burped and I was like, dude, that
it tastes like flowers. And I know that because
flowers
I've
and a
eaten
little bit of dirt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's good, but we're not getting
there
this
might
again.
be dirt in this beer.
Yeah.
gonna
So
drink
that's actually why it's hazy. Is that this is just Florida sand.
It's just sand.
It's just
Miami sand.
yeah.
Oh man. Anyway.
I
Anyway.
mean, out of 10, I told you I'm either like a 1 out of 10 or a 9 or 10 out of 10. Still, I'll give it a 7. It's still delicious. It's not, but I'm gonna enjoy it.
Anyway, your bike came out great, I think.
Oh yeah, so I got that chrome. So the rotors are chrome on the outside where the brakes hit, and then red on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
The levers and the actual brake themselves, they're chrome. Eventually, I can kind of throw in some red accents, or when red levers come available, I can change it out super easy.
Calipers are the same color as the levers, chrome or alloy, I guess you may even call it.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
it
Dude,
looks
it
so
looks
good.
And so I was like, dude, I really want
The
red.
braided cable line is
Yeah, and I really like the way it looks. I don't know that I'm gonna change it. I mean, I got red handlebar or grips, so I don't know that I need.
I don't think you need more red because now all of your evil is red.
Dude, that's something else I got to talk about. So I have black camo stickers. We didn't discuss this. I'm gonna take that black urban kind of camo, those stickers out. I have a ton of red evil stickers, and I just want to put red evil stickers everywhere. But like, how many more stickers should I put on there? Like the chain, like that chain stay, like in the bottom or in the rear triangle. Like, I want an evil sticker there. On the top tube, I want an evil sticker there. I'm like, is that too much evil stickers?
Yeah.
What else would I put there? Just nothing?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's your bike, dude.
Dude, I'm probably gonna go home, and just like scotch tape stickers in places
See how it looks.
to see how it looks. If you see me tomorrow, because we're riding tomorrow,
We are.
with scotch tape stickers,
You're still trying to figure it
I'm
out.
trying to figure it out. Like, what's gonna make me ride? Like, how you look,
You have the stickers to put on the fork and everything too.
and then
I almost
have the rock shot stickers. Yeah,
I just don't. And are those red, white, and blue stickers?
yeah, they're super
That's gonna be sweet.
America.
I don't want, and whatever I say, right? It doesn't matter. But
It matters to me.
just don't put. I have a fear that you're like gonna put too much red on the bike.
No, and that I'm aware that if you go over, like, I could ruin this scheme, sometimes less is more, but I'm seeing potential blank space, and I want to put something there. So maybe I just take all the stickers off and I just ride, but I have stickers.
You have stickers to put somewhere.
Where am I going to, like, I'm not going to not put stickers somewhere, you know? And those stickers, I can't put them on like a coot. Like, I don't know where else. Like, they're just designed for bikes.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
Tough times. So, did I cover all my bike? Braided lines, new brakes, dude, I've never been happier getting my bike back from the shop.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
So you mentioned we're going riding tomorrow.
So excited about that.
Alafaya is the plan for now. Hopefully they're not closed when we get there, but if they are, quick trip to Baum, I think.
Bridgeline's already closed.
Is it?
For the season.
Backtrack to Carter.
So I think Alafaya, we're going to pay $4 to get in. We've talked about cover charges and how much we don't like that. There's enough to ride at Alafaya because if they close things down, it'll be the jump lines.
Yeah, that's all right.
There's enough things to ride.
Yeah.
We don't need.
We are bringing, and it's okay that we're not going to do jump lines.
It is.
Because we are bringing a new rider out. And this person, if you want to introduce them, go ahead.
Well, we're not going to.
No, go ahead.
Introduce them. MD, not doctor.
MD, not doctor.
MD, not doctor. So we changed how we refer to people. Unaffiliated. Definitely doesn't work with us.
We don't work, actually.
Yeah, we unaffiliated with anything. MD, not doctor, his history with biking is as a kid, he'd go on probably, I think, had a BMX bike or something like that. He said he'd jumped around, enjoyed jumping, but never got too serious, never raced. Rode bikes a little bit as an adult around the city.
Around a city.
Around a city. Could have been, just city riding, I guess, urban riding. Urban riding. And
he's been wanting to get out with our group for a long time.
Yeah.
He tried to buy a bike a while ago from somebody.
Yeah. I talked to him when we were driving up here, and he's like, I've been trying to buy a bike for 2 years, and he said he always wanted to go riding to justify the purchase, but he was ready to make the purchase before he went riding.
So he's gonna ride my backup bike tomorrow, and I'm gonna leave it with him.
Yeah,
and he's gonna decide if he wants it or not.
So I think we kind of we talked about your bike. Every time we talked about your bike, in the back of your mind, you wanted a new bike, and so you were always like, this isn't. It wasn't the bike that you wanted.
Yeah. And
so you always kind of joked around about it. But for what, it's more of a bike than I would expect that he can handle.
It's more of a bike than he needs.
Yeah.
In the most non-disrespectful way ever. It's a great bike.
Yeah.
It is not the bike I ever wanted. I've always wanted a Yeti, which I still didn't buy.
You still don't. Yeah, I don't know
that all my money in a different bike.
Yeah, I don't know that you. I think. Do you want a Yeti or do you want a Yeti tag on your bike?
Dude, when I rented a Yeti.
That's right. I forgot you rented.
So amazing. But anyway, so it wasn't the bike I wanted. I bought it because it was on an amazing sale, and I enjoyed it immensely. But I moved on, and it's time. I hate the fact that I'm probably going to sell it.
Yeah, that's
because I said I want to hit a point where I don't sell my bikes. I want a wall of bikes. But a buddy is in need of a bike, and I'm going to give it to him at a very good price. Considering that some of the components on that bike
are worth more than I mean, if you want to get nostalgic about it, I think that bike was instrumental in getting us to this point where we're here and going on trips. It was the only bike that that I knew you rode. Like
Yeah.
I started riding with you after you had it. Do you remember the first time we went riding? And I'm looking, because I had my dad's bike, and nothing is internally routed. This was 2013. I'm like, dude, all your guys' stuff like goes into your frame. Mine doesn't do that. You're like, just stop looking now, dude. It gets worse. Like
It's
it,
worse.
like it was
You're
such
gonna
such a telling comment, and there's so much power in that. Like
You're gonna start noticing things.
you're gonna. I forget what
You're
it
gonna
was.
start buying things.
You're gonna start noticing things, and you're gonna want that. Don't worry about it.
Just goes downhill. Like
And here I am, getting colorful brakes.
so colorful.
They look so good.
But
Okay, so theoretically, let's say MD, not doctor, has a great time, which I think he will. Says that he wants to buy the bike. What do you? Because you're clear. You're not going to put that in. You're not going to put that into a 401k. You're going to put that into a
I'm not gonna be smart about
shredding
it at all.
machine. Yeah. So if we're making poor financial decisions that are specifically going back into your now new bike,
Right.
what are we doing?
Well, I just talked to someone about that tonight,
Go figure.
and I'm gonna get a new transmission for my bike. I'm gonna upgrade the whole transmission to a. I'm still not 100% sure what it is, but
It just sounded so cool.
he sold me on it. Okay. No, but it's it's SRAM's new universal
D.
universal derailleur
If you
UDS
H, it's UDH.
UDH.
Universal Derailleur Hanger.
hanger. That's it. Oh man.
Man. No, your story though. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. So yes, it's the SRAM's new UDH transmission. That's what it's called. It is a
Are we gonna
talk me through it. Dude.
We were there together.
I know.
We learned it together. So essentially, the way to say it is SRAM's new transmission, which has nothing to do with the motor. It's like
No.
your e-motor is going to stay the same.
No, it's gonna be a new cassette, new derailleur, and new crankset.
Yes. So when you're pedaling, well, not the pedals, but the crank, the arms of the chain ring, you're going to get a new chain ring. You're going to get. I wonder if they use a different chain.
I don't
He
know.
didn't say anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if it comes with a new chain. And then the cassette where all the gears are in the back. Essentially, it sounded like they upgraded it where it's like
super strong.
super strong.
Yeah.
Again, because e-bikes are changing the industry. And so many people are getting e-bikes and they're realizing, I think, that there's so much more force being applied to those parts, the gears and stuff like that, that they needed to adjust what they sold to match what is needed on the trails.
Right. So this has an e-bike rated system. I guess there's two different systems from what he was telling me. Whereas if I were to put just a new cassette on my bike and upgrade it into the XX1,
Yep.
right? If I did that group set on my e-bike, I'd probably be changing that component out, the cassette.
Yeah.
What do you say? Every 6 months.
6 months? Yeah.
Because of the wear and tear from the
How
e-bike.
much did you say it was? Every time that
$500.
Yeah, $500.
Every 6 months for a new cassette, which seems a little bit ridiculous. Whereas this,
Does it though?
oh, that sucks. No, it does. Absolutely does.
Yeah, because I need to be spending money on other things.
So this new system, the SRAM transmission, is also their strongest derailleur, and the most modular, I guess you would say. Whereas one, you can basically stand on it. I actually saw a video of a guy standing on it. Two, if you crash and break something on it, instead of changing the whole derailleur, you can change out one of 3 parts. It comes in 3-part systems.
So the derailleur hanger, previously speaking, on bikes were very unique. Like my Evil bike, if I screw up my derailleur hanger, which I've done before, I need to order a specific hanger for that derailleur for my bike. So everything has to match up perfectly. SRAM is, and I don't know if they came out this year or last year, but their big thing is, hey, we're going to make things easier for everyone, and we're just going to make a universal derailleur hanger. And I didn't know much about it, but the way he was talking, you destroy something, you can fix it. You don't need to go in and get a specific part. It's universal. It's like open source or open, like an app that's anyone can use. That's kind of what their business plan has been, and he was very passionate about it, which made us want it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm super excited about it. I don't know if it fits my bike yet. He was very concerned about my 2022 or 2023. And quite frankly, I don't know, because when I bought my bike, I bought it in 23. I don't know if I got a 22 model.
Yeah.
22 and 23 models are the same price. And so I don't know.
It's also when they made the transition. Yeah, you're going to have to look at serial number and bring it in, right?
Yeah. So I'll go through all that. If I can't do that, I'd still like to upgrade the transmission to the cassette and all that.
No, you mispronounced new brakes.
No,
dude,
no.
I'm a big new brand, dude.
Oh, just because you got new brakes, I have to get new brakes.
You felt the levers, and you felt how mushy and disastrous your brand new brakes that you took to Ride Rock Creek. How'd they work after, let's say, 3 hours? Not a half a day of riding.
It's a heavy bike, dude. It's a heavy bike. A lot of wear and tear.
Yeah, they're brand new brakes, and you told me, well, I'll just bleed the line again. I don't think that's going to work. You need new brakes. What color would you go if you went new brakes? Would you just go, what would you do?
I've been really diving into this lately because my bike scheme is it's like a destroyer gray and black.
Destroyer gray?
Yeah.
Just everyone knows what that means.
Yeah. Well, if you know what a Navy ship destroyer is, it's that.
Oh, is that where it comes from? Okay.
Yes. Come on, dude.
Dude, sorry. I'm embarrassed now.
Yeah,
I was trying to make.
You don't even know what the destroyer grade is.
Fun of you, and you hit me with such obvious knowledge that I'm embarrassed.
So I've been trying to find a color scheme to come up with that. Orange obviously works really well, but I don't know if I want to do orange again. I did orange on my last bike, and my bike already has the Fox components have these bright blue, like neon blue almost, metallic blue.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I want to stick with blue or find something to go with it.
It's so tough because once you make that decision, you're kind of
you're throwing a lot of money at a color and hoping that it just looks good. And I can't. And my bike is not super popular. The Marin Alpine Trail E2 is not super popular to where I can just go online and look at and pull it up and look at custom bikes. I did see a color scheme of gold, which looked okay, but that's really
dude.
it.
That's a lot of gold components. I feel like that's the latest kind of trend. Gold cassette, chain, whatever.
And then you throw the Kashima coating on the dropper post and
yes.
But then you gotta upgrade the forks. I'm like,
dude, it is. You think like, oh, just pick a color. It's picking a color. I feel like it's like thousands of dollars of an investment.
One of the most stressful things about owning a bike.
It's just again, you talk about orange because you've had orange, but orange is there another accent color that's more popular than orange? Right? Like that. Yeah, is the most
oil slick is becoming super popular.
Yeah,
but I don't think that wouldn't look good with my gray bike.
I mean,
it looks great on a black bike.
Yeah, yeah. My wife told me
on a purple bike.
Yeah, I don't think oil slick looks bad on any color bike. But you would have to make a commitment to have like one color on your bike and then oil slick accents. I wouldn't want to have orange accents, oil slick something.
Right.
Like, it's like you almost have to make a decision for certain color bikes. I don't think you'd go wrong with orange though, because what if you upgrade the shocks? Are you done with that idea?
No, I'm not. It's actually still sitting right over there.
Dude,
I should buy it tonight.
It's 20 feet away from us right now.
However,
You could fall,
and I already
roll
have the
3
orange
times, grab it, and buy it, and you'd be done.
I already have the orange pedals. I just don't know if I want to commit to orange again. I want to be different. Like, I see some of these guys riding in with their bikes, and I'm like, that looks amazing. I want my bike to look amazing. And it can. I just need to step foot. Oh, and also, if I get the new transmission, the SRAM transmission, you saw that cassette. It's matte black with one red ring in it, which looks so good.
Do you want to do twinsies on the reds?
Red?
I'm still doing red, white. It's blue, but it's not. Anyway.
I could wrap. I can find someone to wrap my bike and
gosh.
change the whole color of it.
What would you do? Just all red? You can't do all red.
I don't want to.
You're not an all red type of guy.
I don't want to double Freedom machines, but
I mean, to be clear, if we do-blade Freedom machines, we already wear jorts and our jersey every time we go ride.
The same hats. I mean,
Yeah,
basically there already.
Yeah. So I would be super pumped, but I don't want you to feel obligated, you know.
I don't know. Maybe I'll do like a red theme. If I get that, it'll just tie in so good, and I can do the gray, the red. I wouldn't do red grips. Not that I don't like them. I just throw maybe some red stickers on the fork, or I like to be more subtle.
Yeah, but like the gray black combo that you have right now, it's almost like there's too many possibilities for what you could do that it makes it hard.
Yeah,
that it's just like there's so many things that look good with that. How do you choose?
yeah.
And you start with brakes. That's how you start. And you just
I don't want to stop. I want to go faster.
okay. So sure.
So
Braking.
it's super important.
Braking is how you go fast. Proper braking. It's how you go fast. It's backwards. Didn't you ever see Lightning McQueen? Cars?
Yeah, that was turn left to go right.
It's the
Turn
same.
right to go left.
It's the same thing. It's backwards, but it makes sense.
Anyway, that's where I'm at with my bike. It will be happening. I just don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. Is there anything else on my bike that needs to be done?
Besides brakes and that transmission is important. The only thing is your transmission still has life in it.
Yeah, it's brand new.
If you change it now, you could probably sell that transmission. Maybe. Dude, I'm telling you, your brakes suck right now. They're mushy. I don't know. But besides that, no. I mean, even we talk about your rear suspension, get that coil up there. But we did some pretty good stuff, and your bike crushed it.
Yeah, and that coil, though, I was told, is going to be better for out-of-state riding. My coil I have now is better for what we have here. I might upgrade.
Would you go back and forth between that? Like, would you?
Oh, that'd be a pain in the a-hole.
Yeah, but you are manly about stuff, so you have the ability to change it.
I don't think I'd do that.
You just
I'll
just send it.
I think it. And also, I think I talked about this before. I'm not good enough to realize the difference between this coil and this coil in my cornering, right? Because that's all it's going to be better for. In the cornering is what he was concerned about. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm undecided about that.
Speaking of working on bikes, I want to be more mechanically sound, and I want to go to a bike school. I want to go to a bike mechanic school. I want to learn how to work on bikes. I've decided that this is it's a top priority in the next couple years to be proficient at it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a part-time job here.
I also want to get a part. I
One
want to work
day,
here.
6 hours, 1 6-hour day. I need
Yeah,
to. I need to find Sean.
I
and sit
could
down
work
and talk to
Sundays.
him. That's it.
Bro, he said that was a busy day in the shop. Yeah. I just want to be here.
I want to be immersed in this culture. I really do.
Dude. Again, we talked in the beginning of the show about when you come here, it feels like family. There are people constantly coming in that to them are family. Like we don't know them, but they come in, they have a story, they have a relationship with the workers here. Like that, to me, that's fun.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe I can just throw my kids in the corner here and they can read a book or play video games on this couch, and I can just hang out with bike enthusiasts.
Just work on bikes.
Oh, you want dad's attention? Yeah, ride a bike.
Ride a bike, right?
All right.
I think
That's it, dude. Yeah, episode 19.
next episode. We'll be talking about this new ride, or this rider,
The MD, not Doc.
MD, not Doc.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to ride tomorrow to Alfaya. And then I'm excited to figure out if I can change my
Transmission, yeah.
transmission. Don't tell my wife.
She doesn't
She's gonna
listen to the
ask.
show.
She's gonna ask where this money goes.
You gave your bike to a friend in need, and listen, sometimes
It's on loan. I'll get it back.
It's on
I'll
loan,
get it back
yeah.
eventually.
And then also, weird, I got new stuff for my bike for free.
Real quick,
Okay.
I think I'm getting a camper.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now I really do want a small camper. However, my family is still very young.
Are we talking about like a proper camper, like a teardrop? Because I have a square drop, which is
You have
the
a
same
square
thing.
drop. No,
You're
I'm
talking
gonna
about
get a
proper
25
adult.
foot,
Yeah. Okay.
25-foot towable, which is not as big as I had in the past. However, this one is lifted with off-road tires, 4 off-road tires, dual axle, meant like I can bring it anywhere. I'm really excited. So now we can go on camping trips together.
Yes.
I did it for you. That's it.
Dude, thank you. Thank you for your service.
Yeah. My family will probably be there too, but
We can
I'll
figure
be-
out a
I'll
way
be
to get
right.
rid of them. Yeah. You're on an e-bike, you can definitely accelerate away from them.
yeah,
And
so fast.
if I surprise my family, they probably can't catch up, Speed, surprise,
So I'm so excited now.
violence of riding.
Finally.
Let's talk more about that in the next one. We're an hour in.
No, we're 53 minutes in, but
Yeah,
sorry guys, Tally wants to cut you guys short, so we're gonna end it here.
I feel like this is because I want to hear more about it, and this is going to be a 2-hour
No,
show.
we're ending this right now. Enjoy your rides.
Unless
you
you
for
guys want to
listening.
hear longer. Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
All right. Get outside.